Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Angie's Serendipity. And my name is Angie, and I am a part-time eBay seller, and I also do videos about my personality type. I'm an INFJ, and so I also do videos about INFJ. But this video is going to be about eBay, and it's going to focus on what my inventory methods are. And so I just thought I would share this information with you guys. So stay tuned. I'm going to be right back. Okay, welcome back, guys. And like I said, I'm going to be talking about what my inventory methods are, and for eBay. And so the first thing I would like to show you guys is what I do is I sell mostly clothing. It's all clothing items. And what I used to do is I would have them hanging, all of my inventory. Once everything was listed, everything was, it would be hung on garment racks. But what I found is that I have limited space to store all of these things in, and it was taking a lot of space. And as you know, clothing items, they're slow movers, and so you may hold on to something for quite a long time, and if they're just hanging, they can get dusty and things like that. But what I found, and I developed this method, it's been a good while back now, but I converted the hanging method to storing my inventory in boxes, and these are banker boxes. They're called banker boxes. And what I have found, and I also I kind of played around with the plastic tubs. I tried that method as well. But what I found is they're big and they're bulky, and they can be heavy, especially when they're loaded down. And so it can be hard to maneuver in tight spaces, which is what I'm working in, because it's in one room up in my house, up on the upper floor, and it's not that big of a room, and so I have to consolidate everything and kind of try to make my small space work most effectively for me. So I chose to use the banker boxes, and not only are they lightweight, they're very lightweight, but and they have handles, and so they are easy to pick up. And this is a full box. It's full of inventory, and I'll do more close-ups on these things for you guys. But they're very lightweight, and so in my area, if I have to look for a particular stock number, I can move these boxes all around, and it's very easy. And another bonus with using this method and using these banker boxes is that they're relatively inexpensive, and especially compared to the tubs. Now, if I was storing my inventory somewhere that I would have to worry about moisture or heat, things like that, this method probably isn't going to work. And so if you're, an outside garage, or anywhere where you're going to have to deal with extreme levels of heat or cold and moisture and things like that. But these things are stored in my house, and so the boxes work just fine. So that is that. That it works very well. Oh, I was lost my train of thought there for a second, but I was talking about them. The price of these boxes, they're relatively inexpensive, and that was another reason why I chose this method. You can get a set of, I've bought them in sets of 8. I've also found them in sets of 10, but they're on average about $20 for a set of 8 or 10. So that's another check mark. That's another plus right there. And so, and another thing I wanted to share with you guys, in this box right here, and I'm going to do a close-up on these things as well, but with my method that I'm using, and I'll go into more detail in just 1 second, but I store my items, like once I have listed my item in the custom SKU area of each listing, I will put in that area, I will put the cost of goods and the original date that I listed the item, what my promoted listing fee is, and the stock number, so that I could hold on to something for a year, but when I do go and that particular item sells, I can see all the information I need in one line. I don't have to refer to a spreadsheet, although I do keep some information in spreadsheets, but that's more for taxes and things like that. But just to get a quick a quick result as far as wanting to know exactly what my profit is minus all expenses, I can get all of that information in one place. It's on one line. And also in my description, the last 4 characters that are allowed in the description, I also put my SKU number in there as well. My method is a 4-digit number, so I will just include that 4-digit SKU on the end of my description, so that again, it's a quick. I can reference it very quickly, and when I'm pulling inventory that has sold. So that is another benefit of using that method for me. It works really well. And so I'm going to get some of these things down so I can do a closer up, so you guys can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. It's really hard to kind of see what this is like this. So, but one thing I will mention also is that when I'm doing my listings, what has helped me a lot is that I have handy this little folder here, and in this folder, I have several pages. It's kind of like a cheat sheet, and but I have like this page has all of necklines, the different styles of necklines, and there's like little pictures to kind of help you and descriptions. But I have necklines, let's see, what is this? Shirt sleeves, other, anything that has to do with styling of, because sometimes when, if you're like me, you're up late at night, 12 o'clock in the morning even, working on eBay. I know that's when I do a lot of my drafts. I do everything in drafts first. And, sometimes, 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, what is that called? What is that sleeve style called? And you're tired and it just won't come. And so I have my trusty little cheat sheet here with, all different types of styles. And so that helps me out a lot. It makes the process go by quicker. And so I just thought I would include that in this video. If you're not already doing that, that may help you. So it does make things more efficient for me. It works well for me, so I just thought I'd pass that along. And stay tuned. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to kind of move the camera around so I can give you guys a more closer up view of how my inventory is actually stored in these boxes and what the method is. So I'll be right back. You guys stay tuned. Well, hey guys, I'm back. Okay, I'm going to do my best, one-handed, to give you guys a good look of what my inventory method is. Okay, so now we're down here, we're closer. And so, as you can see, oh, my hand's shaking a little bit. I haven't had lunch. So as you can see, this particular box right here, this is the fourth box, and my SKUs in this box are going to be from 2051 through 2070. And what I also like about these boxes, they have lids and they stack on top of each other. But if you look in here, this is how it looks. So everything fits in here nice and neat. And as you can see, everything has a stock number on it, and they're all in order, of course. And I'm going to pull one of these out to kind of show you guys a little better about this method. Okay, let me find something that's going to be easy to put back. Okay, this particular item right here. Okay, this is stock number 2055. And if you look, I have another tag in here. And see this tag? It also has the stock number on it as well. Okay, so what I do is in my method, when I am first creating my draft for the item. Okay, I have my dress and I have it on a hanger. And on that hanger, I also I put this tag on the hanger. Okay, so what I do is, right here, I have an item. And as you can see, I have it on a garment hanger. But I put it on a hanger. I fill out the description, and and it hangs here, so it's easy to do measurements and get all the information that you need. But what I also do is I have this little tag right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the hanger. Oh, it's upside down. I'm going to put it on the hanger. Okay, so it's, as you can see right there, it's 2055. So I do I do things in batches. So I have 10 or 20 items. So I'll have all of them. I'll have all of them on, batched here together. I'll have the stock numbers on there. And so then when I go in and, if I need to do anything to it, if it needs to be steamed or something like that, the stock number always stays with the item. So, so I always know which one it is and all. But then, so after I have completed my item, and it is live on eBay, I then put it in a bag, and I just fold it up, very nice and neat. I will fold it up, and it will, let me find something here that you guys can see. See, this is a dress right here. It's folded up nice and neat, and it keeps it clean. You don't have to worry about anything smelling, but it protects it, and so, and it's stored away in this bag in that particular box. Let me make sure I put this back. 64. Okay, 66, 67. Okay, so that's the end result. So then it is stored away in the banker box. But let me also mention this. This has helped me out greatly. As things sell, what I do is when this sells, I pull it from the box and I take this stock number and then the bag, actually that's not the bag that goes to this one, but the bag that it's in, and I'm going to keep these, okay, because now this stock number is available. And so what I do is the tag that goes on the hanger part, I have a bin that I keep them in. And as you can see right here, they're paper clipped because like these are all the 8,000s, these are all the 2,000s, 8,000 and 7,000s. And so I would store this away in the group that it goes to, that it's associated with. And so then when I have new inventory that I need to work on, the first thing I do is I go to this bin, and these are all of the available stock numbers. Now, why this helps so much is because because I can go and the area is already ready for it. There's already a space in that particular box that this stock number goes to. There's already space waiting for it. And what I also do is in this box, I keep all of the bags. So I gather up the stock numbers, and then I match them up to the bags. And as then I finish the process of listing it, and I'm ready to store it away. And then I have the bag that is associated to that stock number, and then I just file them away. I file them away back in the box that it belongs to. And I already know it's going to fit in this box because that stock number had already come from this box. And so I know a lot of people, or one of the things that I considered when I was first changing my method was that once, every couple of weeks or whatever, I was having to change the numbers on the boxes. And, because your stock numbers keep increasing as you add more inventory. And I'm like, this is a lot of work. There's got to be a way that I can reuse, the same stock number and just make it more efficient. And so that's the method that I came up with. And so I always, so as a quick reference, I always know what stock numbers are available because they're all in here. And so that's what I do. And also let's see, what else is in this little box that I do? And now there are some items that I do keep in a hanging position because folding it, it just may not fold very well, like jackets or something that's very, very bulky. Those items I do keep in a hanging position. But what I also do is I buy these at the dollar store, but it's just a roll of kitchen size wastebasket garbage bags, and I just tear one off, or I and as I sell things, I also keep the bags, but I will cover the item with the bag, and I'll just rip a little hole in the top so it fits over the hanger, but it protects the garment as it is waiting in inventory, because like I said, it can be, a year before you sell something, depending, especially if it's a high priced item. Those things take longer to sell. And so while it's sitting in inventory, it's being protected as well with the cover over it, so it doesn't get the dust on the sleeves, on the shoulders right here. I know that's a big problem when when things just hang in your own closet that you haven't worn in a while. You pull it out, and and it has the dust on the shoulders, and you're like, dang, I didn't realize I haven't worn this for so long. And so that's another method that I use. And I guess that's it, guys. Oh, and as far as packaging, when something does sell, I will show you this. I use this, and it has pretty much, I'm talking about this little thing with the drawers in it, and it has wheels on it as well, but it works great for me to hold a good bulk of my packaging supplies. Like I have tissue paper, and let's see, I have my scale. My clothing tags. I have clothing tags, because I am my brand, so I try to establish my brand. And one feature that always does well is by having your own clothing tag, and it kind of just gives the item a nicer feel when the customer receives their item and they open it up, and it just, I do sell new items, but the pre-owned items that I sell, it just kind of gives it a little bit of flair, so that the person who opens it and is receiving it, it makes them feel like they're getting something new. It's just new again, so but anyway, so I have my tape and other supplies. I have let's see, some wrinkle releaser, we all need that, tape, scissors, and then my bags, my poly bags and things like that. So, well, I guess that's it, guys, and I hope you guys are doing well, and I appreciate you watching the video. I hope I was able to give some good information that will help y'all going forward, and I hope it was valuable in some way. And may I also ask, could you please subscribe if you haven't? I am new to YouTube. I'm just getting started, and I have very few subscribers. But I would like to ask if you would please subscribe and like this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.